All right, y'all. It's time for a little ladies hour, a little ladies conversation. Okay,
Hey.
we've got a very special guest who we consider a sister of the show, a family member of the Morning Hustle. She's quite the hustler herself. She goes by the name of Tamar Braxton. How are you?
I am so good.
Good. You look great. I'm loving the hair here.
Thank you. I'm in the in between stage. I cut my hair off in October,
Yeah.
and I'm slowly coming back.
No, I love it. So I've been growing locks for like the last 8 years or so, and then I started cutting them shorter. But I have a really big feeling like I want to cut them all off and go back to the short, and just let it grow out. So
I didn't know that.
yes, something I haven't told anyone but Tamar. Uh,
Tamar, aren't you lucky?
My short hair is my favorite style, to be honest. Like I
yeah,
can't at the point where I can't even wear wigs. Like I really do honestly turn into a pumpkin at 12 o'clock if I wear wigs. Like I go right back to that old Cinderella's no wig, no makeup, no nothing. And I just feel like more of myself with my short hair, and I rarely have makeup on. Y'all got a special Tamar today because I have a bunch of stuff to do. But like normally it's just I'm just regular, I'm just myself.
yeah. That was definitely
We're
most
really
important.
excited about you and your podcast. We know this is the second season. I actually spoke with you on Clubhouse with my boy Jason Lee, and we talked about your podcast and everything. And I was telling you that, like, I thought it was so great because, you were on The Real, and I was a really big fan of The Real when you were on there. And after that, I didn't watch anymore because The Real got taken out. So, do you feel like you're able to spread your wings and just be yourself on this podcast? Or do you still feel a little bit confined because of how things are nowadays with people
No,
being so sensitive?
no, I feel more free than I've ever felt in my life. And, and as a matter of fact, I enjoyed my time on the Real as well. And I did feel free there, but, where I felt most stifled was in the reality world.
Mm.
And I felt like it was definitely a negative reflection of everything that I am and who I've always wanted to be. So now I get to be, the real Tamar, and not so always turned up and plumped up for TV and for scenes and whatever, storyline that I made out to be in that season. I'm just having the time of my life, being around and meeting the right people who are like-minded like myself. Yes, I'm not perfect. I'm just like
Who
everybody.
is?
But at the end of the day, I'm not problematic. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm super professional and super fun. The girl next door, I cook for you and your grandmama and whoever else, and
What about us? Will you cook for us?
absolutely. I cook for you, we have a glass of wine, or whatever. But you never really got to see the softer side of Tamar. You know what I mean? It was always turned up, and I can get like that, but that's not me 24 hours a day. So now I feel free to answer your
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, it seems like, so many people can relate just to the title of it, right? Under construction, because I think we're all always to a certain extent under construction. Can you talk a little bit about some of your favorite conversations on there and topics and just things where you've really gotten feedback in terms of your listeners saying, wow, like, thank you for sharing this story, or thank you for having, this person on to discuss these things?
Yeah, it's so funny because Under Construction is my baby. So I love all of the episodes. Only because I feel like everyone that I've talked to, whether it's Sweetie, Monique, Taraji, yesterday I had an amazing conversation with my spin instructor, Angela Davis. And with all of them, they bought something different. They bought a different side of themselves, which, reflected a different side of me that you haven't seen yet. So I think my favorite episode to date, though, is Monique, and she told me about myself.
And
So
she
you
told a lot about herself.
Name. And I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Like she was saying that, she's been there when, she's at the top of her game, and, it's all about Monique, and, basically F everybody else. And, I definitely can relate to that point in my life. And being under construction is also being reminded of who you were, so you won't go back to that place or person again. And I just appreciated that. You know what I mean? It was really cool to hear that from her.
I also like how you address situations that obviously are happening. It's not like you act like things aren't going on. And one of them was you not being on the Braxton Family Values at the time anymore. And I guess your issues with WeTV. Now, one thing, I never knew that you were the creator of your family show, Braxton Family Values. But I totally agree with you. Without you on the show, I think it kind of should have stopped, because you drew a lot of people in, which, you know, your family is talented and everything, and that's great. Where are you now with your situation with WeTV? Because we see them adding people like Black China, and they do a lot of instigating in her family. And, you know, how do you feel about WeTV right now? Is it still an issue, or did you guys get past that?
Well, to be honest, I can't really speak on it that much. But I will say this, and I'm going to go back because it's something that you said, and I don't want it to be misconstrued, right?
Okay.
I never said without me, the show wasn't popping. I just felt like from a business and respectful standpoint, continuing to air something that I created is disrespectful. And I just remember, what's the comedian's name? I'm drawing a blank. What's the comedian's name? He had the issue with Netflix about
Dave
Was it
Chappelle?
Dave Chappelle?
Sorry,
Yeah.
thank you. Dave Chappelle, when Comedy Central sold his rights to Netflix, and he's like, "Oh, excuse me, hello, I'm over here. That's my show, that is me." I can definitely identify with him because the same exact thing happened to us and to me. So it's really about respect. And at the end of the day, with any relationship, when a person doesn't respect you, it's best for you to, go on about your business. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what I'm grateful about in that situation.
Yeah, hi, I'm sorry to jump in. We just want to not get into the details of WeTV, please. Is it okay? Can we continue on some other questions? Is that possible?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Again, we got Tamar Braxton joining us right now. Under Construction is the podcast. Listen to
Everybody
it.
get sued this afternoon.
Well, okay. So I did see you do something the other day. It was Valentine's Day, right? And you congratulated your sister, Toni.
Yeah.
Now, the speculations that everybody is going to naturally say, child, and that's that they got married over this past weekend. Can you speak on that, or do?
Speak on it. I don't know, and that post had nothing to do with a marriage proposal. Listen, let me tell you something. I was the loneliest I've ever been on Valentine's Day, and for me, for Toni and Brian to have made it this far and this long and still in love is amazing to me. And so that was what the congratulations was.
Mm-hmm. So
Congratulations.
you was the loneliest. That means Plies ain't sliding them DMs, because I seen you underneath them comments, girl.
I am here for Plies transformation, honey.
Pearly Plies is his
The
name.
homie, he is the homie, That's it.
Were you as surprised? I feel like when it comes to Toni Braxton and Birdman, so many people were surprised. Like, is that her type? Or I didn't know that was her type. When you saw that pairing, did you all feel like, oh yeah, that's Toni, that's her type? That makes sense, or
Be honest,
were you
Tamar, because
like,
we
what's
expect you to
going
tell the
on?
girls.
We've known Brian for a long time. I was maybe about 15 or 16 when I first met him. So, and a lot of people don't know, like in Toni's spare time, she wants to be Little Kim, like she wants to rap. So yeah, I feel like and the part of Brian that you guys don't know about is that he's super sweet. He's a kind-hearted person, and he is a family person, and so she is too. And so when they come together, it's the beautiful music that you see.
I don't want to say nothing, child.
So I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, I was about to say, both of us is like, I'm like, I don't want to say nothing. He wasn't being so sweet to Lil Wayne when he kept his money.
Podcast is called Under Construction. Let everybody know where we can watch it and how we can continue to support you. and your other endeavors.
And how I could get that pillow, because I need that.
I am shade free nowadays, honey. Yeah, I'm just really grateful about Under Construction. Check it out on any podcast platform, Apple, Spotify, wherever your favorite place to listen to podcasts.
And I also, before we go, Tamar, I want to ask too, again, you are a creator. And right now we know that IP, intellectual property, is going for an all-time high. It's at a premium, and there are a lot of creators out here, but they don't really know how to navigate these spaces, whether it's podcasts or pitching television shows and things like that. What advice could you give, that upcoming director, that upcoming, person that wants to be in front of the camera, behind the camera, in front of the mic, behind the mic?
For me, it's just very simple. Believe in it and do it. That's it. Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Do your research. Learn how to do it. But do it. Mm-hmm. Don't wait for anyone. Believe in it and do it. And that's it.
And if they mess up, then we call in the lawyers, and that's gonna be that on that. And
keep trying. You never stop. You know what I mean? It's just like life. When you try to interfere with life and like, okay, this is done. I'm done with this. I can't do this anymore. You wake up the next day to try again.
Yeah, just do it. I'm with you. Tamar Braxton, thank you so much for joining L'Oreal and yours truly, Angie Ange, in the Morning Hustle Show. Thank you so much.
We love you, Tamar.
I love you guys back.
We are the Morning Hustle.